Hello, hello, and welcome back. This time in the summit, we are in the author's corner again, and you're going to meet one of the amazing authors and of our new e-media book, It Depends on You. And we're going to talk to her about her life, her clients, and how embracing her own life has really affected everything around her. And so you can step into your most fulfilled life as well. And today we're going to really take what she has in the book and we're going to take it a little bit further. If you haven't met me yet, my name is Antique Alicia and I am the CEO here at Your Own University. And it is our honor and pleasure to bring you these amazing coaches and the summit and the book. And beside me here is the one and only Aliky. She is a spiritual healer for entrepreneurs and business executives. And I have personally had the opportunity to have treatments and work with Aliky, and it's amazing. It's fantastic. As a businesswoman, she has helped me to travel and manage and cope and stress and I don't know. She really has helped me know how to travel better. I'm just going to say, I'll leave it at that. But anyway, we know that you're really, really busy and we are going to jump right in here. Give you about 20 minutes here. We're going to dive right in. And at the end, feel free to come and interact with Aliky and I and everybody else in the summit at Facebook at facebook.com Your Own University, where we're going to be posting a picture of Aliky here today. And under that picture, she's going to be there to talk to you and connect with you, and you guys can jazz up. So that's facebook.com Your Own University. So Aliky, are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah? Awesome.
Yes, absolutely.
Let's dive in. What shifts in your life had you embrace your fulfillment and purpose?
Okay. The shifts in my life have definitely been quite extraordinary. And they started from a very young age, actually. And a lot of that became part of how I tuned into my own attunement of frequency of love or balance or sense of soul or fulfillment through various environmental and familial and situational things. So firstly, that started from very young. Some of the major shifts that really, truly awakened me living more authentically and in alignment with my truest and highest path has definitely been in the last 10 years or so. And one of the major things was I've always had this corporate career, and in parallel, I've always had this esoteric, etheric career, which has literally been a level of mastery on both levels in parallel until what I thought was my hobby and my passion and where I just love to enthrall and create and, get my creative juices going, literally on some level, saved my sanity to some point, but saved me. And so the shift was how I really used whatever I have always done to transmute that stress into gold from a young age as an adult and really awaken that to truly live my fulfilled life and from an authentic place.
Awesome. Awesome. So as you're going through that transition of having kind of two lives, very excellent two lives, into what I heard was just one concise path, which would explain a spiritual healer for entrepreneurs and business executives. Now it makes sense. What top tips do you have that you live in your own life, but also that you really share with your clients and the people that come to you saying, help?
Yeah, absolutely. So top tips, and it's very fundamental, and it's actually a lot more simple than we would actually like to perhaps assume. Firstly is know thyself, so to speak. Tune in and tap into your truest, highest values. Because when you're in alignment with that gives you joy and opens your heart, because you can't manufacture structure, strategy, and business plans, even like as in the feeling and the results. like there's a feeling that comes with you being in alignment with highest truth and highest path. We could call that intuition, a gut call, an instinct, whatever you want to say. But if you're in tune and know what your values are, you tend to subordinate less to other person's injections and projections in your environment and being in the way you operate. So firstly, know your truest, highest values. That's the first thing. The second thing is gratitude, not for what you have compared to what someone else has, but seeking that fulfillment from within of exactly as things are and being grateful for those as they are. For example, if I had a cup that was empty and I held that in front of me, it would actually start to weigh on me, even though there was no liquid in it, and sort of become heavier, so that I'm illustrating the fact of fulfillment and gratitude. So when you come from a place of feeling, which uncovers your value, by the way, when you write what you're grateful for as it is now, no matter what you go to, and that I find gives you some expansion. And even in a corporate or in a meeting or in a business meeting, because people want all of you, not half of you. So when you become more grateful, you're focusing on one thing, what starts to happen is you become more present. You're listening to yourself with the self nature within yourself, but then also when you come from that place, people feel listened to or attended to or present with you. That's a big difference in how I operate and run and have run meetings and extraordinary projects and been in C-levels and, meetings with pretty hardcore people, even potentially abusive people. I've been in a man's world for 23 years in information technology. So first tip again is definitely know your values, be true to those values, because you're more of you that way, particularly for women. It's a good reset factor. 2, gratitude. And then the third thing that comes from an easy question to ask when you have that as a basis, and this is a question I invite you to ask, is how does this situation, negative or positive trait, from a person, place, or thing serve me right now? When you're clear on your values, where the finger's pointing, not the finger, what you start to unveil about that is asking yourself high quality questions which leave you in wonder versus asserting from a point of human construct, and asserting what you think you need versus how does this serve me? That would be the top 3 tips.
It was the tweetable, I think. And that was ask high quality questions that leave you in wonder. Because then you can ask, well, does that question leave me in wonder? Or is that question more analytical and spinning and doing all those other things? Is it leading you back to your core values or
taking you away from them?
Taking you away from them. Yeah, that was awesome. And then you said something else that I just want to draw everybody's attention to too, if I can remember it right now. And it was about gratitude heightening your value, or gratitude being your value. What did you say exactly? Do you remember?
Around gratitude, what starts to unveil as you write down what you're grateful for? Again, not comparing yourself or situation to what you have versus what others have, just from purely your own space.
Right.
What starts to unveil as you write more and get your list as you go to is your values, because we act from a place of voiding away what we think is missing. We seek to fulfill through our values and getting the payoff that we need, right, or want or desire.
Yeah.
So my on that was, as you write down from what you're grateful for, even on that day or in that moment or around that week or around this person, you'll start to notice what turns up more. Like if you did a word cloud, you would notice your values showing up a lot more in just the writing, or even the feeling about keeping true to your values if you're not really clear on what they are because you're in all sorts of directions.
Excellent. Excellent. I love that. I love that. So what is your mission now that you're on purpose? What is your mission in the world, and how can people get involved? What would you like us to do to step into your mission with you?
Well, thank you for asking. Firstly, A lot of the business entrepreneurs and women in corporations truly have this creativity, I would say, that they don't believe they're expressing to really, truly lead their extraordinary life. And the stress and the feeling disconnected, or the cycles of burnout that we continue to sometimes experience, is really the universe's way of giving us careful nudges in the right direction and golden nuggets of wisdom and information to really guide us into that creator that we truly are, to live our extraordinary lives with exponential success and extraordinary efficiencies. And that's exactly like, you know, Antika, when you said, you know, like you've got the corporate and then the esoteric and etheric, and it really comes as one. I'm not ignorant enough to understand, you know, or oblivious that I've actually had a way to express my abilities through my career, but yet fused it with my joys and loves and spirit. And that's what I personally would love to see for the women, particularly women and men who are open to it, but for women that have really not expressed their creativity by living their extraordinary life and really feeling fulfilled. Because women are creators and they're extraordinary beings, and I really love to assist them and facilitate the guidance of transmuting that stress into gold through that work, through this body of work.
Awesome. So one thing we can do is just open up to the idea of creation and being creative. And that will be joining in the energy of Aliky's movement. So I just welcome everybody listening to, especially if you're a woman, you're stressed out and you're handling everything. Let's practice a little bit of creativity, and also take her up on her tips. And you have some pretty amazing things to help us tap into that creativeness and de-stress, the gift that you have for everybody here. So will you just tell us a little bit about your gift and what they get when they follow that link below? If you haven't already gotten it, I hope that you already got it in the email and you took me up on my advice. But if you haven't, you can get it right here on the page. And Aliky, tell us about what they get when they register there.
Okay, beautiful. So if you go to the link below, what I put together for you exclusively as a listener is a collection of a couple meditations I use during my guided or coaching sessions that are truly transformative. They enable you to get powerfully present, but also tune in and tap into your values. And I'd really love for you to have a look and experience and feel into that. And even if, you know, you're too busy to meditate, so to speak, then you need to meditate more. But the principles are, it's efficient, it's relevant, it's timely. And if you've got 1 minute free or 5 minutes free, they're just something you can start to create and cultivate that sense of center for yourself as you go to anytime you need it, no matter what's going on around you.
Awesome. Awesome. And they're all downloadable. We'll probably upload them into our iTunes and have them on our phones.
All of that convenience everywhere. You know, if you've got it written down, or if you've got it in your iPhone, you can just play it wherever you are, no matter what.
No matter what. Thank you. Yeah. And then you also said that there was something else, that you have some time that you're actually.
Yes. I'm actually grateful to the offering.
This is what I got to experience, I believe, everybody. And I just want to tell you, before she tells you what she's going to offer, it's truly, truly regenerating is what I would call it, is regenerating and refreshing, what Aliky brings to all of us who get the blessing to have her work with you in the way that she's going to offer you right now. So I highly, highly recommend it. That's just, I'm going to plug, because you've touched my heart so much, Aliky, but seriously, this is a beautiful thing. So go for it. Tell them.
Cool. So I'm offering a few free transmutation starter sessions, and you can go to my website, coachwithaliky.com. A for Apple, L-I-K-Y. I spell my name every day of my life. But I am offering a few free transmutation starter sessions for the first 10 folks that actually opt in to schedule some time with me, and that's around half an hour. So I look forward to meeting you and serving you.
Awesome. So that link is right below too. So you just follow it and say yes to that time with her, and I highly recommend it. So Aliky, thank you for being here. Thank you for your tips and inviting us into your mission and the creativity that you're bringing out into the world. It's wonderful to have you here. And everybody, we are at, like, isn't this amazing? Aren't we having a great time? I hope you're having a wonderful time. I really would love to hear from you. Reply to the emails if you'd like to, and join us on Facebook at Your Own University and say hi to all of us speaking and tell us what you think. We'd love to hear from you. If you haven't yet said yes to yourself and really redefining, defining, and cultivating the 6 major power zones of who you are, and you'd like to walk through the beautiful Divine in 9 course, it is normally, and it has been, a $1,000 course for many years, and I have updated it a little bit. And I have also put it into a streaming form where you can get it automatically and you can keep this forever and ever. And it's all yours for only $197 just for the summit. And then it might go away forever. I don't know if I'm going to actually offer it again because my programs have shifted and changed. You might have to wait until the book, which may or may not come out now, might be completely different, actually comes out. So, but it is award winning. It is how I became America's Premier Expert in 2011, and it is a fantastic course. So if you want to take your power back, step into fulfillment, and develop all 6 aspects of yourself, get that now. The link is below, and we will see you next time.
Thank you, Antika. Thank you all.
Thank you.